distinguished guests, parents, educators from different schools, young budding artists present today, greetings to you all. Welcome to this prize-giving ceremony for the Inner Wheel of Mauritius. I am Mrs. Dorita Ramgulam, and it is an honor and privilege to stand before you as the mistress of ceremony this morning. Before we start with today's program, I request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. Thank you. Please take your seats. I will now request our members of the Inner Wheel to please stand up for the anthem of the Inner Wheel.
Time keeps turning like a wheel, and the face of our world is changing forever. We'll accept that challenge, that's for real, with responsibility, and we'll make it together. The power from deep inside, the energy to do it right, is the axle making the wheel go round. In a wheel, it's hope that we are giving. In a wheel, it's charity we are living. In a wheel, we can help, we can heal, standing together in a wheel.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may sit down, please. Today we gather to celebrate not only the remarkable artistic talents of our young participants, but also a significant milestone, the 100th anniversary of the Inner Wheel. The Inner Wheel, with its centenary-long legacy, stands as a beacon of friendship, service, and community spirit. As we celebrate this historic moment, it is fitting that we also honor the creativity and imagination of our young artists who participated in the painting competition held in conjunction with our centenary celebrations. To start our ceremony, I would like to invite the President, Naslin Ramjohn, Inner Wheel of QPIP, to deliver the opening address.
Distingués invités et chers étudiants, bonjour. J'ai le plaisir ce matin de vous faire connaître cette organisation internationale fondée pendant la Première Guerre mondiale. Inner Wheel est une des plus grandes organisations féminines internationales avec des femmes volontaires actives et dynamiques. Nous avons plus de 100 000 membres et presque 400 clubs dans 103 pays du monde. Cette année-ci, l'International Inner Wheel commémore son 100e anniversaire. Le 10 janvier 1924, Mme Margaret Golding créa le premier club Inner Wheel regroupant les épouses des Rotariens à Manchester. L'élément de base réside dans l'amitié qui cimente les relations entre les membres et permet de stimuler la volonté d'être au service et aussi les contacts et les échanges internationaux. Inowil siège aussi au Conseil économique et social des Nations unies. À Maurice, nous avons 3 clubs de Inowil. Le club de Cuapip fêtera ses 40 ans cette année-ci. Celui de Quatre-Beaunes fêtera ses 36 ans et celui de Réduit soufflera sa première bougie cette année-ci. Chaque année, nous travaillons sur un thème. La présidente internationale, Mme Trish Douglas, a choisi pour thème cette année « Shine a Light », mettre en lumière. Mettre en lumière est le thème de 2 initiatives. Éclairer la vie pour l'avenir et le bien-être mental illumine la vie. Un des exemples pour éclairer la vie pour le futur, c'est le projet MAMALATER-Prize et on a besoin de le protéger pour notre future génération. Le bien-être mental illumine la vie. Quand vous encadrez des personnes, ils se sentent bien. Nous encadrons les personnes les plus vulnérables de la société. Nos membres sont au service des enfants défavorisés, des femmes seules et vulnérables, des résidents autrement capables. Nous faisons aussi la formation économique et sociale des femmes dans des villages démunis. Le Club Inowil s'engage pour le bien de la société. Nous faisons des petits, moyens et grands projets, mais nous travaillons toujours dans l'ombre et en toute discrétion. Pour financer ces projets, nous organisons des levées de fonds annuellement et on obtient aussi des sponsorships et la contribution des membres. Pour marquer l'année de notre centenaire, les membres de Inowil Club de Quatre-Beaunes et de Cuapip ont voulu faire une activité commune dans l'amitié au service de notre sol, le projet MAMALATER-Prize, nous bisins nourrissent les verts. Je remercie tous les étudiants qui ont participé à ce concours de dessin et je leur souhaite bonne chance pour la proclamation des résultats, tout en les félicitant car les étudiants présents ici sont tous des gagnants. Je demanderai à ceux présents et surtout je m'adresse aux étudiants de collaborer et de faire passer le message pour protéger notre sol, car les étudiants, c'est vous l'avenir de demain, donc le sol vous appartient. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous remercie pour votre attention.
Thank you, President Ramjoun, for those inspiring words and for your unwavering leadership. The damage we cause to the environment is a consequence of how we are within ourselves. If we realize that maintaining our inner climate is in our hands, we will understand that taking action for the environment is also in our hands. This quotation is by Sadhguru, a renowned spiritual teacher who also advocates for protecting the environment. I invite you all to watch a short video on him.
Imagine the country you live in being hit by less and less fertile soil, making crop growing increasingly difficult.
Soil is the habitat upon which zillions of lives thrive. Because of that thriving life, everything grows. We eat food, other animals grow, everything happens because soil is rich. Once there is no richness in soil, then you have forsaken the planet in many ways.
The United Nations agencies with enough scientific data, they're clearly saying that we have soil, agricultural soil for another 80 to 100 crops on the planet. This is 45 to 60 years is what we have agricultural soil. We are calling this as soil extinction. You've heard of dinosaurs going extinct, you have heard of dodos going extinct, but this is soil extinction is what we are looking at. The real problem is soil extinction because in the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects have disappeared from the planet. 80%. This is a suicide. You know, this is a real suicide. Why is soil going away? Where is it going away? See, what is sand becomes soil if you add organic content to it. What is soil becomes sand if you take away all the organic content from it. If you go into a rainforest, the organic content in the soil will be over 70%. In normal agricultural soil, the minimum organic content that has to be there to call soil soil is 3 to 6%. 3% is the most minimum. But today, for example in India, 62% of India's soil, the organic content is 0.5% or below that. So literally we are on the verge of desertification. This is across the world, this is not in one country. In United States, the way the land has been used in terms of herbicides, weedicides, pesticides, well, we need to understand nearly 82 to 86% of biodiversity is within the first 12 inches of topsoil. When we plow with machines like tractors plow to a depth of 9 to 12 inches and leave it open, this means we are destroying the biodiversity completely. What biodiversity means is, it's the humus in the soil. The word human comes from the word humus. That means this is actually living soil.
Human health, well-being, peace, prosperity. Soil is the basic of all that. Soil is a basic entity on which all terrestrial life depends. 95% of all the food which is consumed by human comes from soil. As much as 95% of all antibiotics taken by human and animal come from soil. So soil and life have evolved together. There is no soil without life, and there is no life without soil.
In a handful of soil, there are over 5 to 7 billion organisms. And just like how our body functions, the food that we eat, actually we cannot digest all by ourselves. We don't have the necessary enzymes and alkalines to digest this completely. Only because of the microbial gut microbes that are there, we digest food. The same is true with all the plants and trees. They cannot take the nutrients from the soil by themselves. They need the help of the microorganisms.
Good guy bacteria, good guy fungi, protozoa, nematodes, microarthropods, earthworms, incatriotes, all of those organisms are required to have a good, healthy soil so your plant gets the balance of everything that it needs every second of every day.
Right now, the soil that we are using is not our generation's soil. We are using up the soil of the unborn child. We have no business to do that, because soil is not our property, it's a legacy that's come to us, and it's a legacy that we should leave behind, living soil. Because once there is no richness in soil, there is no way there is richness in life.
Soil is a living entity. It has a lot of organisms. And when those organisms are killed, soil is no longer healthy. Soil is no longer living. Soil cannot create the ecosystem services. When soil dies, everything else dies with it, including us.
I hope you all like this truly motivating video. I will now invite the President, Mrs. Ludi Ramalingam of Inner Wheel of Caterborn, to present the project of MAMALATER and set the right tone for our program today. Your leadership and vision have guided us through this remarkable year. Please welcome Mrs. Ludi.
Dear distinguished guests and dear students, all protocols respected. Inner wheel clubs of QP, Pencatrebone, exist since 1986 and 1987, more than 36 years. This campaign of MAMALATER peut souffrir, nous besoin nourrir sur les verts, is a first for us in being in the public eye. As mentioned by President Nas, we have always done all our community service, so many activities we've done in all discretion. But now it's high time, being a centenary club, we should be in the limelight as well, because people do not know about Inner Wheel. It's time that Inner Wheel should be heard. Being here today among you all is a moment of great happiness, and it gives us an immense pleasure in welcoming you all for this prize-giving ceremony and the painting contest, which is our last activity in the sensitization campaign, which started on the 20th of March. Why MAMALATER peut souffrir, nous besoin nourrir sur les verts? We have inter alia among so many missions to be of service to the community. We needed to celebrate the centenary of International Inner Wheel for a service action reach out to our community, the Mauritian community. And we've been inspired by Save Soil, and we needed to bring it into our local context. Inner Wheel is a non-profitable organization, and we carry out our projects through sponsorships. We've been knocking at so many doors for this campaign. We needed the help of each and every company, each and every organization and individuals. And the doors were wide open. We'll start with MAMALATER peut souffrir. Why MAMALATER? Why les verts? Nous besoin nourrir sur les verts. This is a provocative theme, and we have been helped by CREAD, Mr. Vino Suklol. He's been great in choosing that theme, MAMALATER. This MAMALATER is our earth, it's our body. And we've watched that video, which showed us really what is the importance of MAMALATER. We are MAMALATER, and it is our life. Why les verts? MAMALATER is ill today. I will show you a few slides later. Our MAMALATER in Mauritius is ill. The earthworm resides only in a healthy soil. And taking care of that les verts, we should take care at the same time of MAMALATER. And that's why the reason of the theme, MAMALATER peut souffrir, and we need those earthworms. We take care of those earthworms, we will be taking care of our soil in Mauritius. This MAMALATER has always given us without expecting anything in return. But what have we done? We have used that mama to the maximum. When she couldn't give us any more, what have we done? We have just bombarded this MAMALATER with chemicals. And this is the main cause of our theme today. We need to have a change of mindset vis-à-vis the MAMALATER. Your presence today, you will be one among the many who have been in contact with us through this campaign to pass on this message to everyone. Why are we here today? It's because of the prize giving for the young ones. One of the main aims of our sensitization was to attain the youth, doing some research while before having that inspiration for the painting, doing some research on the earth, on the soil, on the worms, and come out with the paintings which relate to that MAMALATER and the earthworm. We are less than 2% of green area in Mauritius. What is happening in Mauritius? Those are pictures of the earth, the soil in Mauritius. Those pictures speak for themselves. But through this campaign, we've learned a lot. We are not experts, but still we've learned a lot. This is what happens. All this is the situation of our soil in Mauritius. Water retention. Water cannot be absorbed by the soil. And this is a banana plantation. Look how poor it is, how unhealthy it is. Soil is a science. Young ones, you are here. This is a great opportunity for you to know about the soil. It's a science. We can talk lengthily on the soil, but we need experts in Mauritius on the soil. This is a cross-section of the soil, the earthworm. The earthworms play a very important role in our soil. Through those tunnels, they aerate the soil and everything. There are so many functions, but I will not go into all of them. But one main function is the absorption of water. It helps in the water to get absorbed into the soil. But the soil being unhealthy, and the water remains up, and it cannot be absorbed by the soil. This we all have learned at school, photosynthesis. It's a natural process, but we have changed everything through our intervention. When the Earth is ill, which causes global warming, all solutions to all the natural calamities we have today are underneath our feet. Taking care of the soil, and we are going to take care of so many problems we are facing today. Why we wanted to attain the youth. The painting contest was publicized on Facebook in March this year and was open to juniors as from age 9 to 18. On a eu 107 participants et on vous remercie. We thank all the 67 participants, unfortunately not here, not all we could invite today, but all those presents, we thank you. You have helped us in reaching the aim we had set, as all your paintings were connected to the situation of the soil, Mother Earth, MAMALATER, meaning that this awareness has been created. We thank you, dear young ones, for your contribution. We have had 3 juries, namely Mrs. Malachaman Ramyat. She was a senior lecturer of School of Fine Arts at MGI. Mr. Girard Foy, senior lecturer, School of Fine Arts, MGI. And Mrs. Yasmin Patel. I'm inviting Mrs. Patel to say a few words on the selection.
Distinguished guests and the presidents of Rotary Club, participants, parents, we welcome you all today. And as the youth, you are the future of tomorrow. So it was fitting that you should be invited to know that the soil is suffering today and what we should do to preserve it. Now, as President Ludi has told you that we were 3 in the jury, so we studied all the paintings, which were all very good, and we have judged on 3 criteria. Firstly, the presentation, the creativity, and the third, of course, was the message that comes through about MAMALATER, how to prevent the soil from being destroyed, how to preserve. We have judged on these 3 criteria. We congratulate you on the work you have done. And let me tell you, there are no losers today. There are no losers because everyone has gained in experience in some way or the other, and you are going to pass the message on to the others. Keep going with your creativity, keep painting, because practice makes perfect. Thank you all. I leave the floor to President Ludi to announce the winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin. This prize-giving event would not have been possible without the collaboration of MGI. And I have the pleasure of inviting Dr. Mrs. Ramphel to say a few words. And we are deeply grateful to MGI.
Monsieur Maurice Ram, President of the Rotary Club of QPIP, President of the Inner Wheel of QPIP, Monsieur Ramalingam, Mrs. Ramalingam, President of Rotary Club of Catterbourne, Monsieur Bessac, et Madame Bessac, other members of Rotary present today, our guests from Fari, the Mayor of Catterbourne, sponsors present here today, distinguished guests, educators, students, all protocol observed. It's a pleasure for me to address a few words in placement of the Director General of the MGI RTI. So it was with immense pleasure that the MGI has been associated with this project with the Inner Wheel of Catterbourne and QPIP. It has been said very lengthily when we talk about our Mother Earth. It's really something very important to all of us. Like we say, la mer nourricière. Without soil, we would not have been here today. All the ecology around, biodiversity, everything depends on our soil. And it's indeed very true that our soil is sick. So sick that we have to go and use a number of artificial techniques for agriculture and other problems that we're having in order to produce food for the population around the world. What we are doing is we are compromising the future of our kids and the kids of our kids. Like Sadhguru has said, the life of the earth is decreasing very drastically because of all the bad effects of men. We think that we are very intelligent, we are the most intelligent animal on earth, but we have been doing the most harm to this planet. And in such a way that nowadays I should not be naming it. So many things we are seeing around. The climate change, flash floods, flooding around in all the countries, not only Mauritius, many countries in the world, forest fires, and many others. So I think through this project, which is a very laudable one from the Inner Wheel, and through the medium of visual arts, you students have been able to reflect on pressing environmental issues, including our ecosystem, our biodiversity, and especially on soil fertility. And I'm confident that all of you here who have participated in this activity have been sensitized on this subject. I can see your beautiful artworks outside. They demonstrate your concern and interest in raising awareness about the importance of soil, including the earthworms and also, like has been said, many other microorganisms in the soil, which is very important for the health, for the soil health. Congratulations to all the participants. All of you are winners because you have made the effort to do the work and you're here today attending and being with us, sharing with you all these important aspects of the environment. We all need to be aware of how to preserve our environment, and our individual efforts are crucial. First of all, try to find solutions and make our own contributions. Each individual contribution in conserving the soil, the environment, is very significant. I also understand that many of you here are involved in other projects concerning the environment, and your involvement in these activities will help you better understand the environment. And it's also important that you share these knowledge and skills and these values to your friends and your family. If we wish to see positive changes in the world, let it start with us. So I wish all of you all the best for your future endeavors in helping towards environmental conservation and soil fertility. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Mrs. Ramphel, for your inspiring words and your presence today. And welcome the Mayor of Quatre-Bornes, Mr. Duchant, among us. Dear guests, we have compiled a short showcasing video on the wonderful paintings submitted by our talented participants. Let's enjoy this visual journey. The competition is divided into two categories, A and B. We'll start with the category A. The participants are aged 9 to 11, and I'll request the selected candidates to come forward, please. Dixit, Driti, Neil, Ilaja, Rudy, Goin Sami, Anna Jade, Gokul Abdullah, Jibrail, Joyram, Keshini, Lechu Nishika, Ramjatan Divish, Anesh, Rampiara, Eliana, Mashia, Razaze, Kilian, Theo, Emmanuel, Saraj, Rizian, Sonak, Purvishabai, Supramanya Paimi, Viraragu, Vel Ramaraj. Dear students, participating in a competition requires courage, creativity, and dedication. I want each participant to know how proud we are of their efforts. Each one of you will be receiving a goodie bag from different generous sponsors. I'll mention the sponsors: backpack offered by the President Rotary of Grand Bay, goodies bag from MTEL, t-shirt from Inner Wheel, QPIP and Catrabone, binder and school materials from Inner Wheel of QPIP. I'd like to call upon Mr. Lyd Kudden, President of Rotary of Grand Bay. Thank you, sir. We'll hand over certificate of participations to all the selected candidates offered by President Naz. Dixit Driti, Neil Ilaja Rudy, Goinsami Anajed, Gokul Abdullah, Joyram Keshine, Lechu Nishika, Ramjatan Divish Anesh, Rampiara Eliana, Razaze Kilian Theo, Saraj Rizian, Senak Purvishabai, Supramanya Paimi, Viraragu Vel Ramaraj. Now I'll call out the name of the three winners: Gokul Ahmad, Ramjatan Divish Anesh, and Rampiara Eliana. Third place goes to Rampiara Eliana. And we'll move to the winner. First place, Ramjatan Divish Anesh. Big round of applause for him. Je voudrais appeler le représentant de Fast Click pour remettre le cadeau, un laptop. The prize is being given by the Rotary of Eben. The president. His work, his artwork stood out for its creativity, technique, and emotional impact. I have the pleasure to invite Mrs. Ludi to hand over the prize. We'll move on to the category B now. I'll call upon all the participants whose artwork has been selected. We have Agathe Anaël, Antoine Lelio Noah, Chuni Jainavi, Gangu Shriyas, Mitten Lea, Mohan Rizwan, Nenduradu Ishanvi, Patel Ayesha, Rambarat Sharma, Résidu Marie Elisa, Shadubakas Aishia, Siu Chu Elsa et Venus Naomi. I have the pleasure to call upon the president of Rotary Club of QPIC, Agathe Sherilyn for the certificate of participant, Antoine Lelio Noah, Chuni Genevieve, MGI, Gangu Shriya, Nouvelle-France, MGSS de Nouvelle-France, Mitten Léa, MGSS de Moka, Mohan Rizwan, MGSS de Moka, Nenduradu Ishanvi, RTI, RTSS, Patel Eyesha, RTSS, Rambarat Sharma, MGI, Résidu Elisa, Collège Sainte-Marie-Ouest, Shadubakus Ashia, Rabindranath Tagore SSS, Shutu Elsa, Rabindranath Tagore SSS, et Venus Naomi, MGSS de Moka. The three winners are Mitten Léa, Mohan Rizwan et Siuchu Elsa. I'll call upon Mrs. Dr. Ramphal for the prize giving, for the second prize, which goes to Nenduradu Ishanvi of Rabindranath Tagore SSS. The first prize goes to Chu Elsa of Rabindranath Tagore SSS. I request the mayor of Catrabone to do the honors. And we have for first prize a bicycle outside. And I invite President Ludi to say a few words on the results of the painting contest and to talk about our activities during the campaign. Mrs. Ludi, please.
Les jeunes, je vous félicite. We are so proud that you've been involved in that campaign as well. Merci beaucoup et beaucoup. Et on a plein de gratitude vis-à-vis vous. Et vous, à travers your paintings, you have set the ball running. And it should not be stopped. Let the ball gather the momentum through your actions around you and towards the soil. Ça, c'est un grand message que j'ai envers vous, les jeunes. You have set the ball really running, but please keep on kicking that ball and make it heard and seen at the same time. This project, which we have launched since 20th of March, has been a great lesson to us. We are not experts in soil, but still, we have set our mind and motivation towards this project of sensitization campaign. We have had a focus, and we can say that we have been able to do it, and this is our last event today. And we will have a video now on the activities we have had since last year. We have had our first activity, which was a fundraising activity, a dinner. So I'll invite you to watch a 2-minute video. As I had mentioned, this is our last activity. Well, we would never have been able to accomplish all these activities and getting all the material support without the help of partners, sponsors, and so many people who have responded to our call. We send everyone, each and every one of you, all the sponsors, the partners, and everybody, even present, all people, our deepest gratitude. As I had mentioned, we had been inspired by Save Soil. We were motivated, and we needed to get it going. Mr. Vino Suklol, through CREAD, had set the roots for the designs and the preparation of the campaign. We needed to propagate the branches. CREAD had done all the designs and has prepared the campaign for us. And we needed to propagate the branches for its visibility. And Trade Union was a great help through 20 billboards which we got around the island. Vous regardez les billboards. Those billboards were around the island. Il y avait 20 billboards en tout. Et voilà, on a eu ces billboards-là. C'est la visibilité qu'une compagnie Trade Union nous a donnée pour qu'on puisse, les gens peuvent voir et être conscients de ce qui se passe dans notre île. The designs have been prepared by CREAD and visibility given by Trade Union. We needed a PR for more visibility and through the different medias as well. And we had David Onsiong and Ashwini Rajkumar. Elle est quelque part. Ashwini, where are you? At the back. And Blast Company, a very professional PR company, well known. Thank you, Blast. Social media is a very important tool which we had to make use of, definitely. Les jeunes connaissent comment on se sert du social media. We are not experts. We have had the support and still has the support of VGR Group. And we have our website, MAMALATER-Prize, and our Facebook page, and all the support required for its continuous updating. Rotary clubs. Rotary clubs are closely linked to Inner Wheel. And we've got the support from Rotary Club of QPIP, the president is here, Rotary Club of Grand Bay, Rotary Club of Eben, and Catrabon Rotary Club and QPIP as well are always very supportive of Inner Wheel Club of QPIP and Catrabon. Thank you, Rotary clubs. We can consider this campaign as being very successful, thanks to all the support we got from company institutions such as Vatel Business School, where we had our launching, University of Mauritius for our forum, MGI, where we are today, Jeta Tulsidas, Fast Click, Bike World, there's that beautiful bike outside, Cœur de Ville, Faré, you just name it, La City, Mtel, Côte, Sandemika, it's a really long list. We have still Rudy Ramasomi, and Stefan, our paparazzi. Thank you for being with us and having accompanied us. And all these are done voluntarily. Now we are reaching the end. The question is, what will happen to that campaign that we have started? On ne peut pas s'arrêter là. On doit continuer. Mais Dr. Rampel a bien mentionné, there's a big problem. We need to attend to this problem. And this campaign cannot be stopped. Both our clubs have set the ball running, and it should continue to do so. We have worked on this campaign for more than 1 year, and it has become part of us, seed which we have sown, and we need to ensure that it grows. Et j'appelle là M. Bessac, le président de Royal Society of Art and Science. M. Bessac, our message to you, Mr. Bessac. We are giving you this banner. Les paroles s'envolent, mais les écritures restent. A seed was sown to take care of MAMALATER and Olivia by Inner Wheel clubs of QPIP and Catrabon. The sensitization campaign lasted from then Mars up to today. To plant a seed is to believe in the tomorrow, definitely. The tomorrow for our little seed is now with you, Mr. Bessac. You will grow that little seed. You will grow that little seed into a mighty tree, a really flamboyant, expanding the branches and the leaves, and it should be seen and heard. The transition period from Inner Wheel to you, Royal Society of Art and Science, will continue.
Il y a à peu près 1 an, j'avais été invité, Ludi était invité. À ce dîner, j'avais été présenté, j'avais été invité et demandé à dire quelques mots. Après le dîner, qui je vois arriver, une petite dame, marche comme ça vers moi avec son énergie habituelle. Monsieur Bessac, j'ai besoin de vous. En fait, j'étais là, et puis on a discuté, et Ludi m'a présenté son projet. C'était en juin l'année dernière. Et donc là, Ludi me dit, j'ai besoin de vous, parce qu'on m'avait présenté, elle m'avait entendu dire quelques mots là, à ce dîner là, etc. Et il se trouve, elle m'expose son projet. Et ce qui était pour moi très intéressant, c'est que la Société royale des arts et des sciences, dont je suis président, cette question d'agriculture, en fait, il y a quelque chose de très intéressant, une très intéressante coïncidence, parce que vous célébrez vos 100 ans. Nous, la Société royale, nous allons célébrer nos 200 ans dans 5 ans. Alors vraiment, on n'avance pas vers la jeunesse, et on avance vers l'ancienneté dans la transmission de... Pourquoi je dis ça? C'est parce que c'est quelque chose, la Société royale, depuis ses origines, a toujours été intéressée sur les questions d'agriculture, etc. Nous avions toujours en vision, petite problématique, c'est que toutes les techniques, toutes les méthodes, toutes les pratiques d'agriculture durable, comme on appelle, je fais ci, je fais ça, voilà, ça marche très bien. Mais le problème, c'est que c'est basé sur ce que les gens disent. Voilà, j'ai des belles laitues, c'est magnifique. Du moins, l'agriculture, la forêt, ils ont certaines des données, mais qui sont difficilement accessibles. Et nous, on s'est dit que nous devions avoir un projet où on mesure la production, on mesure la qualité du sol. On a des données fiables que nous pouvons commencer à publier dans la publication de la Société royale. Et c'était ça l'idée d'origine que nous avions eue il y a à peu près 2 ans, commençant avec Safe Soil. Et pour une raison ou une autre, ça n'a pas pu se concrétiser, comme beaucoup d'idées. Mais quand Ludi est arrivé, dame qui court comme ça, je lui dis, écoute, il n'y a pas de problème parce que ce projet tombe tout à fait dans les ambitions de ce que la Société royale. Et je suis très flatté au nom de la Société royale de recevoir cette transmission de ce projet. Je m'assurerai, en fait c'est très intéressant parce qu'on est en train de vraiment dynamiser, mettre beaucoup d'impulsion en ce moment dans les activités de l'orientation de la Société royale et ça tombe tout à fait dans le cadre. Pourquoi je parlais de publication? Parce que la publication scientifique est quelque chose qui est très important pour la transmission de la connaissance. S'il y a telle personne et telle personne qui disent « Ah, je fais des magnifiques lectures, mes betteraves sont les meilleures. » Tout planteur de betteraves diront que leurs betteraves sont les meilleures betteraves. Leur sol, c'est le meilleur sol. Mais ce n'est pas convaincant dans la mesure où ça transmet une information et que ça devient une connaissance, une acceptation générale. La publication scientifique sur la base scientifique, c'est ça qui transmet réellement de génération en génération. Plus tard, dans 50 ans, telle expérimentation, telle donnée. Et donc, c'était sur cette base que nous avions vraiment voulu prendre, enfin, elle a offert de prendre la relève. Exactement. Ludi, on a eu l'occasion de se rencontrer à plusieurs reprises et toujours avec énormément de plaisir de ma part. Et donc, c'est avec privilège que vous nous faites à la Société royale des arts et des sciences de recevoir cette transmission et que nous ferons tout ce qu'on peut pour honorer cette impulsion que vous avez donnée à ce projet. Merci beaucoup, Ludi. Merci beaucoup.
J'ai oublié un remerciement, les membres, le club de QPIP. Je vous remercie mes membres. Je vous remercie tout le monde. Vous avez été d'un grand support. Cherchez les t-shirts verts et nous sommes là. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Mr. Besak, for your kind words. I'd like also to thank President Ludi for all the year running around to make this day a success. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the program. I'd like also to reiterate my thanks to the MGI, especially to Mrs. Dr. Ramphal for having been behind the sponsoring of this Bharati Hall and this beautiful setting. Thank you. I thank all our distinguished guests for joining us today. Your presence here adds immense value to our event, and your support for our young artists is truly heartwarming. Finally, a huge thank you to all our young participants and their families. Your dedication and passion for art have made this competition a success, and we are honored to celebrate your talents today. Let's give another big round of applause to all our speakers, presenters, and of course to our amazing artists. Thank you everyone for making this day memorable. I invite you all for refreshment outside on the veranda. Thank you.